Yo, Pressure Gang, look, welcome back. Look, check me out, man. So, Mr. Boss posted a video, GTA 6 Elite gameplay versus trailer 2 footage. 99% of the fans misses. What did we miss? Because I want to know. It's a little under a year now.
The second trailer. We'll be diving into what that is and more, all in this video today.
Right.
And that character is Raul Batista, who fans seem to be obsessing over. And I'm not gonna lie, for good reason.
He might be one of the ones.
He's like an absolute badass and such a cool character. I mean, fans are talking about how they want him to be part of a DLC or someone that we can actually play.
That shit looks so tough.
Here's a quick description of him on the website. Experience counts. Confidence, charm, and cunning. Raul's a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent, ready to take the risks that bring the biggest rewards. The quote that Rockstar has for him on their website, "Life is full of surprises, my friend. I think we'd all be wise to remember that." Giving another description, a professional adapts. Raul's recklessness raises the stakes with every score. Sooner or later, his crew will have to double down or pull their chips from the table. And there is so much, again, to like about this character from the screenshots that Rockstar have shown us. I think fans from all walks of life.
He looks like a hitman, like
ladies seem
just
to be
a pure thief,
to him.
nigga, professional thief.
Like, this guy is super cool. I want to be like him. And again, just looking at the
I want to be like him. It's crazy.
It looks like an extremely interesting character. I mean, bank robbers are certainly
Trying to outsmart nicotine?
popular figures, and Raul seems to be no exception here. It also looks like he might be from a Cuban background. In this shot right here of him on the yacht with the drawbridge in the background, you can see a very tiny cup with like a Cuban flag. So I don't know if that's supposed to represent what heritage he is. Either way, really cool, and the guy just looks awesome, and it looks like he's going to be intertwined in our story in a multitude of different ways. And that continues from the second Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, as well as the video that Rockstar provided for him on the in-game website. So I actually want to begin with the second GTA 6 trailer first, because it's one of the more interesting shots. And it begins at the minute and 15-second mark, and you can see Lucia vaulting over some sort of object.
Right,
She's got some sort of half-mask.
Definitely gonna be a mission or something.
And some sunglasses. She also looks like she's
holding
some sort of submachine gun. And it looks like from this shot right here, they're in the lobby of a bank that I would assume has gone into like some red alert or is in an alarm mode. Because you can see when the camera switches over, the screen says security lockdown in effect, warning. And then we're not able to see what that is, but we are able to see the name of the bank. It is Sin Frontera National Bank. And there's a couple of other things.
Hey, bro, you know what I just noticed? Bro got a ring on. Hey, Rockstar, that's good detail. I wonder if it's gonna be like a cutscene. Somebody saying they like, you know, they got a family and shit. You feel me? Cause bro, what they adding a ring for? They ain't never added a ring on no NPC. You feel me? This might be like a serious cutscene right here.
Desk, like a box of tissues, a coffee cup. You've got a phone. You've also got a thing of hand sanitizer.
I'm just not noticing that.
You've got these two security guards right there that are obviously complying, that are putting their hands above their head. And we get a different character.
Well, another one.
Jason ends up grabbing. I'm assuming this is more of like the
There might be a lot of
manager,
NPCs with rings on.
This is
That's
in
crazy.
a different location. This is where like the offices are. It might be a teller. And he's wearing the same balaclava, the same sunglasses. And he's actually throwing him off to the side. So that's that scene right there. And what's interesting is if we now jump to the Raul Batista video, this is the exact same robbery playing out. So
so we teamed up with him
a couple of times.
Yeah, you see in the background
here is on Raul Batista, but if we look in the background, we can see that both Jason and Lucia are there.
That
and they're
boy, this looks like it's gonna be live.
same outfits. Now they obviously have the mask pulled down around their necks, just like Raul does in this shot, but she's got the exact same hairstyle, she's wearing the exact same outfit, and she has the exact same sunglasses on, and they all have duffel bags on, presumably because it's full of cash or gold bars or whatever the case might be. But this is from the exact same robbery mission. So I found that to be fascinating, that these missions and that these characters are going to be connected in this way.
Yeah.
Now, if we jump back to the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, I think we actually see more of this robbery scene, because at the minute and 58-second mark, and it happens very quickly, you sort of
I ain't gonna lie,
see
this probably is all from
massive
just one mission.
explosion scene going on. You've got Lucia shooting out of what looks to be the back of a
That explosion look hella
broken out
different.
vehicle, and she's shooting at a police car, a police SUV, and an armored riot truck. And she has the exact same outfit on, and she has the exact same hairstyle and sunglasses. So I think this is all connected. This is all from the same robbery mission. What we see earlier on in the second trailer, what we also see in the Raul Batista video, and then what we see later on in the second Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. I think all of that is connected. Now, before we move on, I want to let you know this video is sponsored early on mission, because if you're caught from something like that, you're going to jail and you're not getting out. So what put Lucia in penitentiary is obviously a lesser crime than robbing a mega corporate bank, which, by the way, speaking of that, fans were also able to identify that bank building in real life, which I thought was kind of cool. I'll show it to you guys on the screen right now. This is a parody of the Santander Bank. You can see the building almost matches it identically. And this address is found at 1401 Brickell Avenue in Miami.
People be doing their research.
It's so cool to see this bank recreated in game, how almost identical it looks, and that is going to be the scene.
But it's just like the Maze Bank on GTA 5.
Takes place in real life, and the parody that Rockstar has created for it in game. We also saw this exact same bank and area shown in the leaked footage back in 2022. So it has definitely been updated, not only from graphically, but also just from things being in a little bit different places. And it obviously looks like this bank is going to be accessible outside of just that mission, but it certainly looks like this is going to be one of the biggest missions in the game. Think of like the big score from GTA 5. Think of the bank heist in Grand Theft Auto 4. It feels like this is going to be one of those signature missions. And it really does feel like Raul is going to be the glue that keeps this entire thing together. I feel like we're going to start with liquor store type robberies until we meet Raul Batista, who's going to take us on bigger scores.
I can't wait till this game come out, bro.
Franklin was doing small time jobs.
Oh man, I can't wait. Y'all make sure y'all be safe until the man.
And it also
y'all make sure y'all be safe. Y'all got
to
everybody got to play this, bro.
In the trailer and the Raul Batista video is what Rockstar was describing on the website.
Don't go to jail.
Remember,
don't get yourself hurt. Nothing.
This, when an easy score goes wrong, they find themselves
stay in the house for a year if you got to.
I chose Job Corps because first, it's free. That's first and foremost.
Of the sunniest place in America, in the middle of a criminal conspiracy stretching across the state of Leonida. I wonder if that's the easy score gone wrong, or if that's something that will sort of set up what happens in the game and why Lucia ultimately goes to jail. Because again, as I mentioned earlier, if you got caught for something like this, you wouldn't necessarily be getting free. You'd be going to jail pretty much for the rest of your life, that's for sure. Now, another thing I caught on from this scene is I hope they bring back sort of the law enforcement system from Red Dead Redemption 2, where you have masks on and off, where cops just don't spawn out of nowhere, and where you have the ability to conceal your identity by putting on a mask. Therefore, witnesses that see you won't be able to identify you. That was a really cool feature in Red Dead Redemption 2, and also based on what we saw from the pre-alpha, alpha leaked footage in 2022, it looks like that's going to be the case as well, because civilians can actually call the cops if you don't take their phone. You can also hide your identity by putting on a mask. Those were, again, the features we saw from the leaked footage.
Is that confirmed
info?
info?
Interesting to see if those made it into the final version of the game. So there's been a lot of discussion with the second Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, what parts of it is gameplay, what parts of it are cutscene. But in this instance, I think one of the more interesting questions is what parts of the trailer are connected to each other. And I feel like we just found a couple of scenes that match up, and even from separate videos on Rockstar's site that are completely connected to it. They noticed something interesting, that Jason and Raul are labeled as primary characters, while as everyone else is listed as secondary characters. And he thinks this could be a hint that Raul might be a major, more protagonist character alongside Jason.
Will he be playable is a question.
Or if this is just internal labeling for layout purposes. Hear from you guys down there.
That's going to do it, though. Hey, man, a lot of information. Not really a lot, but it's good information. Man, y'all make sure y'all stay safe. Everybody has to play this game, bro. Please. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you in the future, man. And I get back at you. Make sure you keep applying pressure from Diamond Shine, man. Road to 10K. We out.